we're not talking about just any old place. We're talking about a dream vacation. Well, welcome to the Monday Money Tip podcast presented by Fully Funded Life. I am so excited to be joined once more by my podcast co-host, Megan Hibbard. It's been a while. Thanks so much for coming back and being a part of the podcast. You've kind of had some family stuff going on.
Yep, but I'm back.
With some twin boys and a boy who's going to go to kindergarten in the fall.
Our oldest is starting kindergarten.
Pretty profound.
I feel like I wake up and have not nightmares, but I don't know. I'm nervous.
You're going to be so great at it. It's going to be great.
I'm more worried about him.
No, he's going to be fine. I promise you. That smile of his is going to win him into the hearts of all of his teachers and his buddies. We're so excited today to talk about a topic that I know you're passionate about, and that is vacation.
I love vacations.
So this is how to have the dream vacation without breaking the budget.
Yep.
And so what I really want to talk about here is we're not talking about just any old place. We're talking about a dream vacation. So, which by the way, is part of living a fully funded life, right? Yeah. So we're talking about a trip that is epic. So, maybe you could share some of your epic trips that you've been on. Just, take 30 seconds. If we go longer than that, it's going to feel like bragging. But Megan has been to the world. It's been amazing. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Unleash it.
I think one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen is we went to Greece. And in that trip, we did a cruise to the Greek Isles. So we got to see Santorini, which is beautiful, and a lot of other spots around there. And it was breathtaking.
Yes.
That was one. Something completely different. We went to India. And one day we got to go see the Taj Mahal, which is an incredible thing to just stand there.
That's on the bucket list.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Yes. We have swim with a whale shark in Honduras, which is what?
This is happening?
This is happening. It's literally the size of a school bus that you're just
if you've ever been to the Atlanta, Georgia Aquarium.
It's wild. So yeah, we've gotten to do some amazing things.
I mean, when I think epic, we're here in North America. I'm thinking European trip. You've listed that. Caribbean cruise, Alaskan cruise, Mediterranean cruise. So let's get all the cruises. Maybe it's the river cruise, the Viking River cruises. Yeah. They market those pretty heavily. Maybe it's Australia and New Zealand. Is that on the list?
Yes. Maldives, Bora Bora, something like that.
Yeah. Maybe going on a safari in Africa. I really have a passion. I really want to go see King Tut's treasures in Egypt. That's something I want to see. But epic can be associated with another financial code word. Do you know what the other E word might go with epic?
Yeah. So a lot of times maybe you're hearing us talk about this and you're thinking, that sounds expensive.
Very expensive. That's right. And so we really want to help you have that dream vacation without breaking the bank. And it starts by doing something that we're really passionate around here with Fully Funded Life. And what's that?
Plan, plan, plan.
Yeah, we got to say it. You can't just say it once. No. You can't just say plan. It's
plan, plan, plan.
Yeah, it's the trinity of planning. You got to plan because it gives you this thing called time. So when you went on the big adventure to Greece and out to see Santorini and all that stuff, were you given 24 hours notice? Hey, we're going to Greece, and the next day you're on a plane ride?
No.
Or did you plan it?
We planned. So we found out we were going before Thanksgiving, and we actually went in May.
In May. So there's a lot of planning.
Yeah.
So when you think about planning a vacation, what are the big components of a vacation? I can list a couple. Maybe you can list a couple. I'm thinking a lot of times it involves airfare, lodging.
Right.
What else? Food, yes. And
excursions or activities.
Activities, adventures.
Yes.
Souvenirs. Yeah. And so all of that has costs associated with it. And our goal with this podcast is to not break your budget. And when you plan, Proverbs 21:5, we say it all the time, the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. And if you want to make sure you have a budget, a dream vacation, you've got to have a budget that gives you this advent of time, because It allows you to gather information. I see people crowdsource information from Facebook. I'm going here.
Yeah.
Tell me some tips. You can identify key stops and you can find deals. And that allows you to start really getting familiar with the cost. And after you've planned, well, then you got to do what?
Yeah. So you planned, you have to budget.
Yeah. Let's say things 3 times every time. I love it. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
You're going to budget.
And in Fully Funded Life, we just released a vacation course, which is amazing because it talks through all the things for vacation, how to not, ruin your budget, how to stick to it, how to find great deals. But one thing that we created with it, which is really amazing, is a vacation budget. So it goes through all the things that you need to know. But there was things on there that, like, as I'm putting it together, I wouldn't have even thought of. You have the normal things we listed, but maybe you're buying travel insurance, or maybe you need a new plan for your cell phone if you're going out of the country, or maybe you need to, account for currency exchange and stuff like that. There was just things on there that as I was making this, I was like, oh, this is great. We need to make
So what you're saying is at Fully Funded Life, we create helpful stuff.
Yes.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But this budget is so huge because when you start putting down the cost of airfare, the cost of maybe visas into a country, passport, maybe you have to buy different luggage. When you start putting that together, it forces you to research and it helps you become a more informed consumer, and you can come up with a total cost. And as you look at the total cost, you can marinate in that and maybe you get a cold chill and say, whoo, that I need to figure out where to cost save. Yeah. Or you can say, hey, I can do that. And then we have this way that we teach all the time in budgeting on how to save up for these.
Yep.
They're known, but they're not monthly expenses. What do we call that?
Yeah, so we call them Qs. So known, upcoming, non-monthly expenses.
Yes, the K is silent.
Yes.
But we use it as a solid K in Q. Known, upcoming, non-monthly expenses.
Yep.
And how do we encourage people to save for those?
Yeah, so these are, like Joe said, you might look at that big number that you need for a vacation. So this is your dream vacation. This is not your average going to the beach.
We're going to blow this one out.
Maybe it's a $5,000, maybe it's even more than that. I don't know, whatever it is. But you look at that number and you might be saying, there's no way I can find that money right now. But with the known, upcoming, non-monthly expenses, the way that you're doing it is each month you're saving a little bit. So maybe you're saving over, hey, I'm going on this trip in a year. So I know I have 12 months to save. So take that big number and you're dividing it by however much, so in this scenario, you're dividing it by 12. So each month I'm saving this amount of money. And that's a lot easier to do. Maybe you're cutting out one out to eat. Maybe you're dropping one subscription a month. Or maybe you're saying no to new clothes for a month. It's not forever. For now, you're able to find that $20, $30, $50 a month a lot easier than the $5,000.
And we're all motivated by the carrot at the end of the stick. Right. If we see ourselves making progress towards the carrot.
Yep.
And when you know that this sacrifice this month is moving you closer to a dream epic trip, you can get fired up for it.
Yeah.
And really what I found is as you plan, it really gives you time because we plan. And then we budgeted. It allows you to have time to research ways to save on each of these things that you're going to spend money on. And ways to save could also be known as something else. Let's say it 3 times. You ready? Let's say it together.
Okay.
Deals. With the deals with the dollar bills. Now, anyhow, did you like that? I think I heard my buddies up in ACF Church up in Eagle River, Alaska. Do a little rap like that.
Oh, yeah.
Once, yeah. Shout out, Pastor Brian. Anyhow, you think about how people get airline miles through like credit card offers, or maybe they refer people to the credit card they're using, hotel points via special card offers. You can look for bundles. You can go to forums, blogs, podcasts, monitor airline ticket prices and all that stuff, but you're really looking for deals. Have you ever taken advantage of airline miles deals or hotel points deals? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, so we flew to Puerto Rico for free because of airline points.
Really? How'd you get those airline points?
Credit card.
Yeah.
But we know how to operate our credit card. We know how to pay it off, and it's not something that we struggle with at the moment,
Right.
So make sure you're in that boat first.
And so when we think about not breaking the budget, just in summary, we really are saying with all of this stuff, the most important thing you can give yourself is time. Time allows you to plan. Time allows you to budget. And time also allows you to find deals. And over time, as you watch stuff, you will know what a deal is. You'll get your nose, that sniffer, that deal sniffer. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Like that? And you will know that's a deal, and you'll pounce on it like a puma. We have one last tip. Tell them the one last tip. We always love this one.
So our last tip is to pay cash, because you'll be able to enjoy it a lot more, knowing the credit cards are not beating you home.
Yeah. I mean, listen, credit card debt is transmitted electronically, goes to the satellite. It's way faster than your plane taking you back across one of the big ponds. It'll be waiting for you, and you will not enjoy paying off something you've already enjoyed. So pay cash. And that's what planning allows you to do. It's what budgeting allows you to do. It's what deals really help you do. And so we want to hear from you. Where is your next epic trip going to be? I'll list mine. Maybe you could share yours. I'll go first. I'm going to Africa.
Trying to think my next. I mean, I really want to do like Bora Bora or the Maldives. But I think the boys need to get a little bit older before we leave them for that amount of time. But my husband, Gordon, was raised in, he was a missionary kid in the Philippines and Indonesia. And he really wants to take us there to see all of it. So I think we would love,
that would be epic.
The boys need to get a little older before that long of an airplane ride, but that would be epic too.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
So hey, comment, let us know where your epic trip's going to be. And then let's work together and plan, budget, and find those deals so that you can save your dollar bills. We'll see you next week, next Monday with another Monday Money Tip. Get fired up. Hey everybody, Joe Sangl here. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hey, I encourage you to click the links that are provided to watch a lot of more helpful content that'll help you live your fully funded life. Thanks for being a part of our community.